Hello again, fellow Gears. What's up? It's Maticom bringing you another Gears 5 speedrun tutorial. This one is on the Surge Hive on Escape. Now, it doesn't matter too much on what classes or levels you use for this run, but two great cards to have on for grinding a higher score, or your team boost and epic team boost, since you're not really going to be killing much. Another thing is, even if you don't care much for Escape, this run can easily help you level up all of your crossplay Horde characters like Cat, Emil, Sarah Connor, etc. You seem also to get a lot more purple and gold cards grinding Escape as opposed to 90-minute to 3+ hour long Horde matches, so it's sometimes a nice change of scenery from Horde. Now, let's talk about difficulty. It's pretty easy to do this with 2 on Elite. 3 makes Insane very doable. If you put it up to Conceivable, it can be a bit of a challenge, it can be done, but it definitely seems you'll get through and complete this farming run more often by just having it on Insane rather than bumping it up any higher. Now let's look at the mutators. Me personally, I take more lethal offs and put all the other mutators on except for Iron Man. It just seems with more lethal off, you're not going to die as quickly. But some people will put more lethal on and take off either Scions or Pouncers. It's really up to you, your preference. But again, I recommend my preference is to have more lethal off and Iron Man off to do this run on Insane. Alright, here we go. Now what you're going to notice is I'm standing in front of the door when they're trying to push the button, and if someone's in front of the door that close, sometimes the button won't push and the door won't open, so just back away and you should be good. And you're pretty much going to stay majority left early on. And you can go multiple different ways. You can be all together, split up. They both work well. As soon as you see the first ammo room, you're not going to go in there. You're going to turn right because you don't really need any weapons or anything. Like I say, you're not going to be killing much. And then once you drop down here, you're going to go to the right to this ammo room. You're going to pick up a white stim box and one there. And then 1 or 2 explosive crates as well, if you can, for flashbangs, because they are very, very handy to have. Other thing you're going to notice is the teammate shut the door in here. You can do that, and it basically doesn't aggro a bunch of enemies here. Or you can have somebody come open up the shower room, and 2 people go in and get stim. It really doesn't matter, you know, personal preference. They both work well. Skip the shower scene there for you. Once you've seen it once, you've seen it 100 times, right? Alright, the second half of the run, here we go. I'm going to hop over that. Go through this room, and you're going to turn right. And then you can duck behind that beam there to avoid that claw firing at you. Now this is where it gets kind of clustered. Here with these juvies, and then in the next room there's hunters. In the next room there's Scions, so a lot of times people will go down here. You can throw flashbangs here, like right there, to stun any of the hunters or Scions, to hopefully get through those cluster rooms. This time all 3 of us made it through, which is really nice, but that won't always be the case. Sometimes just 1 or 2 of you will get through that cluster of rooms there. And this is also where it's handy to have your flashbangs, because you flash the Pouncers and Scions from coming through and getting you while the doors are closing. A lot of times though, 1 Pouncer, maybe 2 might get through, but if you have flashbangs, again, it makes everything easier out here. And on this run this time, nothing actually came through the doors, which is lucky for us.
Reloading!
And as you can see, on the basics as far as the run goes, it's really quick. Going through the first and second part, if you don't wipe or anyone goes down. And that's pretty much the Surge Hive speedrun. Now I'm going to have another clip coming up showing you a little more detail on that cluster room, on what to do here right after this. Alright, here's another look at these cluster rooms full of all these enemies. You're going to notice on this one, I go down and my other teammate goes down. Only one of us makes it through the doors. But you can still have an impact even if you go down early. What you're going to notice here is once you're down, you can crawl, and you can get from a Pouncer or Scion. You can flash them, but right before this Scion picks me up, I flash him. He still kills me, but after he kills me, he's just distracted by the flashbang. So he doesn't go through the doors, and the guy that made it, he only has one Pouncer to deal with, which is fairly easy and very doable. So even if you go down early in one of those rooms full of enemies, you can still have an impact, as you can see, and still get the victory by occupying the enemies from getting through the door there. But with that, that is the Surge Hive on Escape speedrun tutorial. It is a great run, definitely fun. Enjoyed, everybody. Thank you.